Holly Calder here with the Savage Grip Line Tape Measure by Swanson Tool Company. Savage Grip Line Tape Measure. Ask for it by name.
This is a shed. It's not a house. So I'm just putting a 6-inch overhang on there to have some type of nice look on the edges. My rafters I cut at a 30 degree angle. So I cut this. I ripped it on a table saw at a 30-degree angle. Before I make this cut and set it up there, I want to make sure that the crown side is up. And the way you look at that is you check out the wood on the end grain. And you see how this arches? That means this is the crown side. If I did it this way, where the pattern goes down, the grain goes down, what happens is it catches water, and this is the belly side and it's weaker. So when it goes up there, it tends to want to sag. If you make it arched like a bridge, if any weight gets on it or the weight of itself sitting on there, it'll tend to have the strength. It wants to spring up. So that's why you want to put the crown side up. Your plywood can be cut a little lower than your tails if you want to. That's no big deal. Just make sure they don't go over it, because if your plywood's too high, when you put your roofing on here, your roofing's going to stick up above this, and you're going to have gaps in there. So make sure you either cut your plywood below or flush with the rafter tail. Then this mounts up right up against the wall. It'll screw right up against the wall like this. And I'll run screws from here into the rafter tails. That way it gets good and solid on there, and then when I put my sheathing on top of it, it locks everything in, and you have a nice little overhang. When I put them together, I join them together, you can do it a number of ways. You can miter this and then lap them. In this case, I'm just butting them, but I'm going to take a pocket screw, my Craig pocket screw kit, and I drilled holes in there, and then now I can run some 3-inch screws straight through from this one to the other one, lock it in that way. Then they're screwed into the sheathing, it locks it in the siding, and then on top, the sheathing that goes on top of there, I'll pop nails in here. So it's going to be really rock solid once it's done. Before I put my last sheet on here, what I'm going to have to do is take my overhang from the sides. And the overhang from the sides, you're not going to cut an angle on. It's going to go flat up against this siding right here, and even with the ceiling, with the roof trusses. So I'm going to go ahead and take my measurement from the peak to this edge right here. And luckily I have a new tape by Swanson with a swivel on it. This thing grabs onto everything. So I can hook it right up here and get my measurement straight from here. This is the top of the board, so I want my angle to go this way. When you're cutting on an angle, it's difficult to do if you just let the saw run on there, because this guide catches on the board. So I'll bring the guide up. Be very careful with your hands.